You ever notice how every era rebrands damnation as democracy? Like, society collapses and everyone just shrugs and says, well, this is what we voted for. Crime, chaos, fatherlessness, emotional bankruptcy wrapped in Amazon Prime. But hey, at least we participated. At least we clicked the little box on the touchscreen coffin of civilization. And now the headlines say, the epidemic of fatherlessness. As if we didn't all co-sign the divorce papers of reality. No, don't act surprised. You voted for this, not at the ballot box, but with every dopamine click. Every swipe right on the algorithm. Every "I don't need anyone" Instagram caption written on the bones of a family structure. They say, men left their homes. No. Men were evicted by an economy that worships burnout. And who built that system? Who cheered for liberation while the cost of groceries doubled? Who laughed at the dad in the sitcom until he vanished entirely? Who said, we don't need men, and then cried about chaos when the power went out? You did. I did. We all clicked yes on the terms and conditions of social decay. This is what you voted for, bro. It's so brutal. It's so over. She says, we need men to come back. But the game was rigged from the start, and the ballot was printed in disappearing ink. We built a world where men were shamed for leading, mocked for staying. And now we're shocked that they left? You can't deregulate virtue and then complain about market volatility in the human soul. You can't deconstruct fatherhood for 50 years and then file a customer service ticket because discipline's out of stock. You broke the covenant. You auctioned off the archetype. You outsourced dad to DoorDash. And when he didn't show up, you called it a crisis. But no, it's just delivery delayed. This is what you voted for. Every civilization decays the same way. First they laugh at fathers, then they subsidize singlehood. Then they install emotional support apps to replace the moral backbone they deleted. It's an Ouroboros made of tax credits and regret. And now, some YouTuber in sepia tone tells me it's a family issue. Yeah, genius, the family was the issue. We patched it with welfare and Wi-Fi and thought we invented Love 2.0. But you can't patch a soul. You can only reboot it. Still, this is what you voted for. This is what you clapped for. This is what you binge-watched into being. They talk about a father's role in teaching discipline. But what discipline can you teach when everything around you runs on convenience? Try telling your kid no when the whole world's on 2-day shipping. Try explaining patience to a child raised on loading screens shorter than his attention span. You can't. Because the algorithm is the new authority. The feed is the father now. The priesthood has been replaced by push notifications. And yet, somehow, people keep pretending they didn't vote for this digital monarchy. You gave your vote to the machine every time you clicked I agree. You gave your child to it every time you handed them a tablet to stop crying. You gave your soul to it when you traded prayer for screen time. And now you're shocked the house has no foundation? Bro, this is what you voted for. She says, men, your nation needs you. But what nation? You mean the one that laughed while men self-destructed in silence? The one that replaced fathers with government forms? The one that told women they could do it all while pricing them out of daycare? That nation? That's not a nation. That's a late-stage subscription service. Renewal canceled due to insufficient virtue. And yet, you still voted for it. Not with a ballot. With a lifestyle. With every career over connection, every bag over baby, every grind set over grace. Don't pretend you didn't. You built this world pixel by pixel, belief by belief. And now you're staring at the ruins like, wow, who could have seen this coming? Me, bro. Digital Diogenes saw it in 480p years ago. This is what you voted for. Men are told they're not needed. Women are told they can't rest. Children are told gender's a construct, love's a liability, and family's an outdated firmware. Then everyone cries about loneliness. You deregulated intimacy, my guy. You open sourced the human heart and now you're shocked the code's been forked by sociopaths. You replaced vows with vibes and call the ruins empowerment. Guess what? This is what you voted for. They'll say I'm bitter, dramatic, misogynistic, nihilistic, maybe schizophrenic. But I'm just observant. I watched civilization run an update labeled progress and end up bricking its own operating system. Now the users are mashing the power button, hoping virtue will reboot. But it won't. The BIOS password was dad. You deleted it. You keep asking, where are the men? They're ghosting in the data centers, bro. They're haunting the Wi-Fi. Every time your connection drops, that's a father screaming from beyond the bandwidth. It's so brutal, man. It's so over, bro. It's so felted. Maybe that's the real apocalypse. Not fire, not brimstone, but the quiet, endless refresh of a civilization trying to reload meaning on a corrupted server. We built this labyrinth. We sold the map. We voted for it. Every ad click. Every election. Every you go girl meme posted from a crumbling apartment. And now we live in the harvest. We live in the echo of our own applause. We live in the logical conclusion of our choices. You wanted liberation. You got isolation. You wanted freedom. You got frictionless despair. You wanted equality. You got entropy. You wanted a world without fathers. Congratulations. This is what you voted for. But maybe, just maybe, voting was never the problem. Maybe believing we had a choice was. Because the game was rigged from the start. And the mouse still has cheese. You clicked accept all cookies. Now you live in them.